Hello everyone, this is Big Cuff Daddy. I'm here with the Forgotten Friends podcast. Flying solo for a bit. We're going to go ahead and start the show off and everything. Probably be joined by another, one of our hosts a little later on or whatever. I'm pretty sure he's stuck in traffic somewhere. But first and foremost, want to give a big shout out. I know we celebrated yesterday, but I want to give a big shout out to all the veterans out there. I myself am a fellow veteran, so happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Thank you guys for your service and your sacrifice for this country. And hope you guys enjoyed that day as well as I did. So thank you guys for your service and everything. Gonna go ahead and get right into things. We had a pay-per-view this past weekend, AEW Full Gear. I watched it. I did not catch the kickoff show, but I did watch the pay-per-view itself, though. So go ahead and get into things. On the kickoff show, we had the NWA Women's Championship match. Serena D versus, I believe, Allison Kay. Good match, from what I heard. I didn't get to see it. After the match, Thunder Rosa came out, and she issued a challenge for the rematch for the NWA Women's Championship. I assume it's going to be on AEW television. From what I can tell, it's going to be on AEW. I'm not sure if it's going to be on NWA television or not. But it's a big thing, I guess. With the NWA Women's Champion being in AEW, seems like the AEW Women's Championship is taking a back burner of sorts. But still, big things coming from the NWA Women's division on AEW. I know it sounds weird. But the first match of the official pay-per-view, Full Gear, was Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page. Great competitive match between the two. I sort of figured Kenny Omega was going to come out as the winner and the number one contender to the AEW championship now. So big ups to him. I'm guessing we're getting, the Kenny Omega from New Japan now, the cleaner. So I do want to see him in Moxley Part 2. We're going to get to that match later on. Next, so here comes our co-host now. Make room for him. Yeah, so you just in time.
Man, it took me damn forever to get home from work. God damn. Oh, you just started?
Yeah. Talking about Kenny Omega and Hangman Page.
That was a good ass match.
Yeah, it was. Anything else you want to talk about on it?
Man, my problem is they gotta start giving my boy Hangman some wins, man. Cause every big match they don't put him in, he's like lost.
Yeah. I think it's gonna probably be like a redemption story with him. Like, I think Kenny is gonna probably take it off of Mox, and then we're gonna have Hangman versus Kenny for that title.
Cause I think personally, I really think Hangman should have won that match.
Yeah. But my one big takeaway from the match was, and it's sort of like a trend in AEW, who the hell is the bad guy and who the hell is the good guy? That's the takeaway right there from it.
Who that? What up, Bobby?
What up, Bobby?
I said, hey, guy. But yeah, that's the thing, like, because it's like everybody's, like, there's like, yeah, for sure he was like, MJF, Eddie Kingston, the Inner Circle.
They're sort of becoming tweeners now, tell you the truth.
It's like, I want to say I think Kenny was the heel, but...
like, I took it during the match, Kenny was the heel, and Hangman was the face. But coming out of that match, hell, I was confused. Like, Kenny was still doing the heel stuff, and, Hangman Page was still doing the babyface stuff, but then later in the night, we're right back to being confused. Because we're going to talk about that match later on.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, like you said, that's one of my issues with AEW is that they don't, like, you don't know it's like everybody's in that shade of gray.
Yeah.
There's no clear like baby face and there's no clear heel.
Yeah.
There's like with the MJF and Jericho match.
Yeah.
We'll get to later. It's like you don't know who's on what side.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
I thought it was a decent pay-per-view.
He gave his reactions on
Talk about the highlights. He said,
yeah.
"Oh, he
didn't watch the WitchCon, but he got the highlights." So
but it was a decent pay. I agree.
Yeah.
It was decent. Like I said, I had my gripes with it. Like I said,
what was the next match? It was it wasn't Sheeta and
nah, that was like third, I think.
Oh, Orange Cassidy and John Silver. That was a good coming out match for John Silver, man.
John Silver's a beast.
Yeah,
bro. That's my. I said that match made me a fan of him. Like that dude is 5'4", and I said I really think they need to put him with Team Taz.
Yeah.
The reason being, other than the fact, like I'm not saying like he's Taz, like he's
pugnacious.
He's pugnacious like Taz, like short dude, but got a lot of strength. Like dude, that was actually
like Orange Cassidy is popular. It's already established that he's highly popular, but John Silver, like nobody really knew of him until he hooked up with the Dark Order and became like I guess Brody Lee's protege.
Yeah, he's like
because it was Colt Cabana. Then when Colt Cabana effed up and lost the match for the Dark Order, he sort of stepped in and took over that role or whatever.
That and then he's really like if you watch the Being the Elite stuff, if you watch any of the Being the Elite stuff like, on YouTube, he's like one of the main like people that's on there. Like he's really funny. So like, he's one of the funnier people and like just a lot of like the skits that involve him on BTE. He kills it. Yeah,
but I think he was given a golden opportunity. I don't want to say he's lucky because it's happened, and I feel for the guy. But he was regulated to a tag team, and then his partner got injured. I think he still is injured. And so he's been given the opportunity to run on his own, and I think he's going to probably be a good single star if they decide to split him up from that tag team and stuff.
I think he'll be a good upper mid-carder, possibly. I said, unless, like I said, if AEW, if they got the balls to put the AEW title on him, I'm for it. But like I said,
I think he'd probably give him like a TNT title run or something. But yeah. Moving on. Speaking of the TNT title, we did have Chris Jericho. I mean, not Chris Jericho, I'm sorry. Cody versus Darby Allin.
Cody Rhodes.
He
now has his Rhodes name back.
Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin. Another great match. Very competitive. Saw a lot of kickouts and stuff, you know.
To me, it was alright. Like I said, it wasn't a bad match. To me, it was just a match. And I guess Cody was the heel in the match because he was being like very over.
He very underestimated Darby Allin in that match, like doing the push-ups, and he did a lot of heelish things. And then towards the end, I guess he redeemed himself and stuff. I guess somebody had to play the heel, so I guess it was up to him and everything. But it was a big, change of things with Darby Allin winning the TNT title and stuff. And Arn Anderson, he looked pissed at
he was like,
God damn it, I told you not to do that push-ups.
Like Cody, he about to give Cody a whooping after the match.
He
had his belt like, I told your ass.
But there was a big disconnect at the end. Like they had a great moment with Darby and Cody where he was giving them the TNT title, and then Team Taz comes out or whatever and does the promo and attack. That was a big disconnect for me because I was like, why the hell would you do that? Why didn't you wait till like Dynamite to do that? And then Will Hobbs ever late.
Will Hobbs just come out there swinging the damn chair. This man out there. I got Darby. I'm glad Darby won the title. I kind of figured they would go. I don't know. I really thought that Cody was going to win it.
I did too.
But I said, storyline-wise, I guess it makes sense because, like I said, the first time that they fought,
came to a draw.
So it kind of made sense. But like I said, I still think, this is just me, I still think that Brody Lee should have been the TV champion for a longer period. Because, like I said, he only had, out of Brody Lee's title reign, it was only 2 matches my man had. He had he had a good match against Dustin Rhodes, and then he had the match against Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
That was it.
And then the rematch.
with Cody, which a cowbell match, which was pretty good. Yeah. But like I said, I just hate that they took the belt off of him so soon. But like I said, Darby Allin should be I think he would. I think the reason why they had him come out with had Team Taz come out there during his thing. I think they're trying to keep the feud going between him and Ricky Starks, which now gives them something to do. Yeah. Then they'll probably have Brian Cage and Will Hobbs feuding for the FTW championship, which is an unsanctioned title. But
I'm sitting there like, damn, there was a little dissension that I did pick up between Ricky Starks and Brian Cage when they both picked up the TNT title. So I'm like, damn, was they trying to unify the two titles or whatever, or or is this gonna be like a split? But Taz, he sort of did act like the cooler, came in, took the belt, like, yeah, guys, we still badasses and stuff.
Yeah. I think Team Taz to me probably is like is the best faction in AEW.
I like the pairing of Ricky Starks and Taz. I'm still not feeling Brian Cage and Taz.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from because I think he's more than capable of doing that's the thing. I think Brian Cage is more than capable of having like a solo run.
Yeah,
I think they should have switched the roles. I think it would have been better if they had Lance Archer and Ricky Starks with Team Taz. Yeah, and had Jake the Snake with Brian Cage.
Yeah,
I think that would have made more sense.
I would with Brian Cage. I always thought that probably he should have like a female valet since he's jacked up and stuff, and he just don't. To me, he just don't fit with Taz.
I said that's what I was saying previously. I was like, he don't fit with Taz. It's just that pairing is weird because
if he the muscle thing ain't a big thing for me, but it's like he has no characteristics like Taz does. Like Ricky Stark, he's like sort of like a rock in the making. You know what I'm saying?
Arrogant.
Yeah, arrogant, cocky, narcissistic, and he's won some matches and stuff. Like you barely see Brian Cage. He's built ass dude. Like
I just defended FTW title, not to mention.
But I can see him more like maybe like a Vicky Guerrero.
You know what I just thought about this too. You know what would have been better? They could have put Brian Cage with either MJF or they could have put him in the inner circle. Like I said, I think Jake Hager and Ricky Starks would have been perfect. Yeah. With Team Taz.
Yeah.
Because you could have Jake Hager just out there putting people in the ankle line and just having
he's a perfect example because he's a shoot fighter,
right.
And Taz has always been known as that. He comes from the world of ECW, and him coming from the world of MMA. Well, he's a wrestler first, but MMA fighter second. But he's undefeated in MMA, so it fits with Taz.
I can't say AEW logic because they ain't reached WWE stupid level yet.
Yeah.
Bobby said, I'm not feeling that either.
Yeah, we got Bobby in the comment section. He couldn't make it tonight.
Yeah. It's cool, Bobby.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week, Bobby.
Yeah, but moving along, what was the next match we had? Sheeta and Nyla Rose.
Oh my God.
To me, that was a drag.
That match was.
But I will say this: it probably was the better match that I've seen out of Nyla Rose. Like, she used some in-ring psychology. It wasn't just monster. She worked the leg of Sheeta and everything. But other than that, it was a drag for me.
It was just, nah. But I'll say this much. Like I said, I'll give Nyla her credit. Because that's the one that, any match that she's in, she has the psychology thing down pat. Like, any match, that's the one thing one of the qualities about Nyla Rose I like, that she sells her ass off for her opponent.
Yeah.
Even though she's bigger than half of the women in AEW, she actually sells for them and makes them look legitimate. But yeah, that match was
it was a drag.
That was dog shit.
But congrats to Sheeta.
Sheeta for retaining.
Yeah.
She kept trying to suplex. I'm like, no, stop it, don't do. And every time she tried to suplex, it was just like, bruh, no, stop.
But yeah, so we go from that match, which was a drag, to the elite deletion match between Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara.
Where do we start with this one, man?
It was entertaining as hell. It was.
It was just so over the top.
Yeah, it was over the top. It was entertaining and funny as hell. I love the cameos from Hurricane and Gangrel.
We all marked out with Gangrel. It was like Gangrel.
Yeah, but my only negative takeaway from this match was I felt like Private Party and Santana and Ortiz. It was like, what the fuck? Like,
hey, why were they having a match?
They had like an 8-man tag match at one point in this.
Hey, they were having a tag match within a tag match.
Yeah.
It was like, what the hell? It was like,
I was like, what the hell?
Like, you watching Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara fight, and then this pan over there to them just casually fighting in the ring. It's like, what the hell is going on?
Exactly. I was like, what the hell?
I'm like, these dudes were having these motherfuckers are having a match while these dudes are having a match. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, y'all not helping? I'm like, y'all just background. I said, y'all just in the background, huh?
Tell me, wasn't Private Party on damn CP time?
Yeah, they would.
They called them a long time ago. They arrived.
Well, they were sitting in the parking lot the whole time.
Hell yeah. I thought a monster truck.
I said, so y'all sitting there the whole time. Y'all watch Matt Hardy about damn near die. I said, y'all some punks.
They was like, yo, should we go out there? Man, we got to get to this party, yo. No, we got to help Matt. And then they decided to go. Damn, Matt damn near dead.
Matt damn near killed damn Sammy Guevara.
Yo, that shit was crazy as hell with the damn Roman candles. I'm like, Matt Hardy out there like he in damn World War III, like it's a AR-15 or something. He up there low crawling. I'm like, dude, it's a fucking damn fire.
He shot Sammy a few times.
Yeah, he
did.
He
caught him a few times.
He sure as hell did, man. But that was a wild.
That was wild. I say this.
I'm glad it's supposedly this is the end of the Matt Hardy Sammy Guevara feud, and I'm happy that it ended in this.
They killed off Sammy Guevara, though, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Like, my man just got. That motherfucker died. They threw him in the trash can and everything.
Well, damn. If you look, man, hell, he damn near should have been dead. Damn, back of his head bleeding. Damn, got hit in the head with the chair.
Got a twist of fate on the ground where his neck just looked like motherfucker was doing. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. I was like, man,
that was a wild one. And
then we go to probably the match of the night for me.
Great.
Was the Young Bucks versus FTR for the AEW tag titles. And this was, to me, the match was great in my opinion. I love the little tributes to the tag teams of the past that inspired both tag teams.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love the psychology of with FTR, how they use their motto against them, where, you know, they say no flips, just fists. And as soon as he goes for a flip, he misses and costs him.
Caught a super kick.
Yeah. But I love that match, man. Kudos to the Young Bucks for winning the AEW tag title. I know some people complain, but hell, if WWE can damn put titles on, you know, people who run the company like Triple H, hell, they could do it too, man. I ain't mad at it.
I wasn't mad at first I was kind of like disappointed because I wanted FTR to win.
Yeah.
But, and like I said, in retrospect, I'm like, that was a great match. Like I said, the storytelling. Matt Jackson actually sold, like he was selling the injury.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, that was one, like, a lot of people's complaints about the Young Bucks is that they don't sell, they're spot monkeys and they don't sell injuries. Yeah. And, like I say, you see Matt selling his ass off. He was selling their leg injury.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've always been a fan of FTR ever since, like I said, they were the revival in WWE. Yeah. And I just always liked their old school heel, like the old school tag, because tag team tag, like a time of like pushing like the hot tag, like of keeping the baby face back from the hot tag and stuff like that.
There was a lot of that like great tag team work being done in that match, man. Like, I like how what was it, Cash Wheeler? I think he damn launched his whole damn body at Cash went through. I was like, damn, is he trying to be Roman Reigns?
He just he yeeted himself.
And then he did it one too many times.
And he got missed.
missed
wildly.
So I think that damn loss was on him. Because, hell, he went against everything.
I think Bobby said, FTR will. Yeah, I think they'll get him back.
Yeah. But did you notice the little Easter egg they had in their ring gear? I mean, entrance gear with the stars. They had the dates that they won the titles for each brand.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, like the stars, they were like red. What is it? Yellow, red, blue, and gold, and they had the dates that they won the titles.
So it was like the yellow NXT, red Raw, and blue SmackDown.
Yep.
I still think the FTR is the best tag team in wrestling right now.
But I think after this, probably the next dream match of tag teams is probably got to be Young Bucks versus New Day. I don't know if it's ever going to happen.
That's a
big one. Like, they've had more of a rivalry than the Young Bucks and the FTR have had.
Yeah, because they had that thing not too long ago, a couple years back. It was an IGN thing where it was the New Day versus the Elite in Street Fighter, and I think the Elite.
WWE even promoted that too.
Exactly. That was the funny part. I'm like, I think that's what I think people want to see more. I don't want to say it's the New Day versus Young Bucks. I think people would be more of it'd be the Elite versus the New Day.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would pay. Like I said, that's a dream match. I got another one for you. I think would be a perfect.
What's that?
Okada versus John Cena.
Oh, buddy.
Cause like I think that would Okada and Cena or Okada and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That would be
that had to be a damn massive crossover promotion right there between WWE and New Japan.
I don't think that ever happened.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
Vince McMahon.
I don't know. It might because we're in strange times right now. So it could happen. I ain't gonna say it will, but it could happen.
I would love to see WWE and AEW just do some shit together.
Yeah. Most definitely.
But it'd be kind of awkward though because most of the AEW guys came from WWE, so it'd be kind of like weird.
Well, I like to see like AEW's homegrown guys like the Young Bucks versus a tag team like the Usos or something from WWE or something like that. Or you get like Kenny Omega versus like Seth Rollins or hell, they already fought before AJ Styles. I was gonna say, hell, they fought in damn Japan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Probably.
Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't mind a crossover between them. But we're gonna move on to the next match, which is the main event, and that is
no, I think that's not. Wasn't it the main event?
Yeah, it was the main event. Eddie Kingston versus.
I thought it was another match.
Yeah, you're right. Jericho and MJF. Yeah, that's my bad.
I'm like, is that?
I was missing the match. I was missing one. My bad. Yeah, you're right. So Chris Jericho and MJF. MJF wins. He's in the inner circle.
I thought it was an okay match.
Yeah, it was an okay match. I think MJF is good, but I think in this particular match he may have been off a little bit. Like his timing seemed like.
I think what the problem was, I think what it was. I think it's that like face versus face, heel versus heel thing. Like a lot of times it's just like you. But I think Jericho is the baby. To be honest, I think Jericho was the baby face the whole time.
Yeah, he did come off as the baby face.
And like I said, it only made sense for MJF to win.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping they need to put the belt on MJF, man. That dude is gold.
I agree.
He's like to me he's the best heel in pro wrestling right now.
Yeah.
Or none. Like he plays his character to a T. Like you, and I was like, if you put the belt on MJF, you like that's money right there because people are literally gonna be like, man, I want to see him get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I want to see him get beat up.
It's sort of like that Ric Flair, got that Ric Flair effect. Like you just want to see the babyface just whip his ass.
Yes.
And get the comeuppance. But you know, like I said, I'm interested now to see how the inner circle is going to be with MJF and Wardlow in it and stuff. You know, and it seemed like there's some tension still between Santana and what's his name? Or is it Ortiz?
Yeah, Ortiz and
MJF and Sammy Guevara and MJF.
I think what's going to end up happening, because I think it's going to end up leading to, it's going to be a slow turn. They're going to kick Jericho out, and MJF's going to be like the new leader of the inner circle, and then it's going to end up being to where Jericho becomes a babyface.
Yeah.
Because Jericho, like I say, he hasn't really, like if you notice, Jericho hasn't really been like a heel, like per se. He hasn't been like healing it up like he would usually do if he's a heel.
Like when he first came to AEW, like he was like just all out heel.
Yeah.
And then like I want to say probably like around the Jericho Cruise is probably when he started doing like a sort of like a tweener turn. Cause like everybody was singing his song and he started living it up like you sing my song now. They showed his face whenever the crowd was singing. Singing he was all like a proud father. He had that proud father face. And my kids sing my song.
And I said, I think if they turn Jericho babyface, that's gonna be his gimmick to where everybody's singing his theme when he comes out.
Yeah. And that probably because they saw the art face. Like you remember when the Inner Circle used to come out, they used to have Jericho's music playing and all of them would come out.
Yeah.
And they now have like a theme song for the Inner Circle, and it's not as catchy or anything as Jericho's Judas Effect?
The Judas.
Yeah, Judas. So it's not as catchy and singable as that. And I'm like, okay, maybe they are planning to.
I had a feeling MJF will win. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it storyline wise, it made sense.
Yeah. So moving along to the main event now. Eddie Kingston versus Moxley for the AEW World Title. It was an I Quit match. To me,
I was a little disappointed.
Me too. Like I was expecting like